Hi, I'm here with Louise, the on-site agent for a wonderfully interesting development called Infinity. Louise, say hi.
Hi.
So Louise, could you explain a little bit about the ambition and what's happening here right down in downtown Estepona?
Okay, so basically what we have here is a very modern 21st century building by a big company called ASG that are based out of Madrid. So there's very, very little land left in Estepona. In fact, there isn't any land left on the beach side of Estepona. So we're very lucky to have this development here. Like I said, it sits right in the centre. It's 112 apartments. It's only got 7 floors high, so it's a low rise. But you can see the architecture is really nice. Very Gothic style architecture by a guy called Ismail Medea, who's a very famous architect from Marbella. So it faces south, seas over here, which is only 300 meters. So as you exit the building here, you look left and you can see the sea. So you're very close to the sea. You've also got a lot of restaurants and bars all around you, but what's really interesting is on the east side of the building, you're looking onto the Old Town.
Wow.
Now the Old Town dates back 2,000 years. The Romans came here, Julius Caesar had a salt factory here, but in the Old Town, it's they have a lot of artifacts there, which are historical artifacts. So they just opened a new food market here in May this year. In fact, I think that the world cheese comes from Cadiz, which is there. It's very nice. But also really interesting, there's a lot of little tapas bars and very interesting little restaurants in Estepona. Estepona has now become the garden city of the Costa del Sol. There's a mayor elected here 5 years ago, and you'll notice around the city, it's flowers everywhere. Lots of flowers everywhere, which is lovely. Also inside the building we have, as you come in the main part of the building, it's going to have a very Scandinavian entrance. There's lots of water features coming in. So water features on either side and a waterfall at the back. There's going to be a gymnasium and a sauna, a children's play area, a chill-out room.
You mentioned something very interesting, which was sort of like a communal kitchen where you could invite...
Yeah.
That's a very Scandinavian thing in itself.
Yeah, they're going to have a community there, a room where they're going to have a big industrial kitchens, so you can entertain your guests or parties or anniversaries or whatever. I'm an Irishwoman and I like to have a party, so there you go.
So another interesting thing you mentioned was the fact that this is quite energy efficient.
Yes.
So describe some of the features there, please.
So what we have, they've got the latest technology in insulation, which is inside the cavities of the wall, which reacts to temperature. So if it's warm outside, it'll be cool inside, and if it's cold outside, you're warm inside. So it reacts to the temperature. Also here in the northwest part of the building, they're going to have some solar panels which will be connected to the mains water, and basically it'll keep your water consumption low, I guess. They're also on the roof, you have a big infinity pool in the corner, which will have spectacular views of the sea. So you've also got an area where it's going to be opened and closed. Most of the residents that I've sold to have said they're going to put a little bar up there, which I think is a great idea. So along here at the back, you have the trees and the plants and the shrubs. So it's got a little winter garden here on the roof. So it's a very self-contained 21st century modern building looking onto an historical old Estepona which goes back 2,000 years, like I said.
Brilliant.
What else? I mean, there's not much more to say other than it's.
I think the design sells itself.
Yeah, it's a very. We launched this in February and we're 80% sold. It's just gone so quickly, and the reason that it went so quickly was exactly that. You don't need it. And underneath actually the building is a car park and a lock-up storage as well. I forgot to mention that. The lifts come from the car park to your apartment. So it's ideal if you want to rent it out or as a holiday home. And the reason for that is because of the location. You don't need a car to go around the place. You can park up and you can walk everywhere. Across the street here you have a mini Carrefour. You've got fresh vegetables and stuff. There's a bakery, there's a 24-hour pharmacy, and there's just a gallon of restaurants and bars in the area.
Thank you so much. So just to summarize, what we have is incredible modern design in the heart of downtown Estepona, close to the old town, a stone throw from a beach in the Paseo Maritimo. You don't need a car and you get access to everything.
Correct.
Brilliant. Thank you so much, Louise.
Well, I want to wish you a Merry Christmas as well.
Thank you.